Hey everybody, this is Low Life Kitten and I'm happy you're here. Today we are going to be talking about Debbie Gallagher from Shameless. And of course, since this is a fictitious cancel, we're going to be giving her some needed criticism. Now, Debbie Gallagher is a pretty controversial character in the Shameless world. Most people seem to hate her. Scrolling through TikTok under her tag will pull up many hate videos. Debbie started out as a promising character, a cute little girl with a big heart, willing to do anything for her family. So why do people hate her now? And with that question, here are the reasons why I hate the shameless character, Debbie Gallagher. Welcome to Fictitious Cancel. This video is going to be split into 5 parts, highlighting the crappy things that Debbie has done over the years. When I first started watching Shameless, I really liked Debbie's character. I also believe that a lot of Debbie's behavior was caused directly because of how she grew up, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't deserve criticism. So, let's get into the criticism.
You think he's gonna find a better deal somewhere else?
We're engaged.
Debbie is extremely manipulative. In fact, she is this way towards everyone, her family, her significant others, even her own child. Here's an example. Debbie ends up getting with a mentally ill man, soon after the birth of her daughter. Motherhood wasn't all she believed it was, and she definitely was looking for someone to pay her way, especially since Fiona had expected her to pay rent. This man's name was Neil Morton. Debbie quite literally married a man she didn't care about so that she could take advantage of him and use him as a built-in babysitter and ATM, even going as far as verbally abusing the man. She even said that his mental illness and appearance were off-putting to her. She showed this behavior to multiple other significant others in her life, as well as many of her family members, which we will touch on in later parts, as much of her manipulation turned into more serious issues that needed a closer look and is deserving of its own part. She is a hypocrite. Debbie regularly thinks that the family should do anything in their power to help her, but when they need help, she will not return the favor. For example, Debbie picks and chooses when she wants a relationship with Frank. Now, screw Frank, because we all know that he is a horrid father, but this does show that, 1, she messes with people's emotions for her own gain, and 2, is also hypocritical because Debbie will refuse to help Frank when he needs it, but expects it from Frank when she needs it. Feel me? But the biggest hypocritical moment with her is, at least to me, with her girlfriend Sandy.
You know, we both said some things we shouldn't have, but I'm open to talking it out. I'm not.
During their breakup, she tells Sandy that she can't be with her since she abandoned her child at 15. Now, Debbie regularly leaves Franny in other people's care. In fact, she is a horrible mother, which we will touch on more later since that has a whole part to it. But this moment showed just how hypocritical she is, since Debbie kept her child but is definitely not a present parent, regularly leaving her child with someone so that she can party, or what she calls it, blowing off some steam.
Friends don't rape friends.
I didn't mean to rape you.
Matt Baker became Debbie's victim after he drank himself basically unconscious. Per the request of Debbie, Debbie then decided to have sex with him while he was passed out, thinking that since he was hard, it was okay. In his words, that's biology, not consent. We'll also put out there that their relationship was very inappropriate. Matt was 20 years old, hanging out with a 13-year-old that clearly wanted more than just friendship with him. However, Debbie should have known better, and even though Matt was encouraging an inappropriate relationship that could have been seen as grooming, he was still a victim of date rape, no matter how you look at it. Debbie meets Derek and they strike up what seems to be a healthy relationship. He defends her when she's being attacked by bullies and even defends her when she is being confronted about being a rapist, which we had already talked about in the past point. He really did seem to care about her. So how did Debbie repay him? She decided to have sex with him while her birth control wasn't effective. She knew it wasn't effective, which ended with her pregnant with a child that Derek didn't want. Debbie expected him to stick around, but that doesn't happen, and he leaves her with a child to raise on her own.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own action.
To me, it seems that Debbie literally can't grasp the fact that most children do not want kids. She shamed and lost Sandy due to this and was forced to raise a child without the father due to her baby trapping. She knew better than to lie about the effectiveness of her birth control, and Franny ended up being the biggest victim of this, which sends me to my last point.
Only one with shit going on, Debs. If you can't handle it, lean the fuck out. Don't blame us for being a shitty mom.
I said this once and I'll say it again. Lip Gallagher is my favorite character on the show, and I think that he is probably the most real out of all the Gallagher children, other than maybe Carl. I might literally make a video about why I love Lip so much, so if you guys would like to see that, leave it down in the comments below letting me know. Lip was completely right in this certain instance. And also in this instance, she left Franny with the family without getting confirmation that one of them would take Franny to school. Once everybody left and Liam and Franny were the last two, Liam feels responsibility for Franny and goes to take her to school. Liam runs into Frank and gives Franny to Frank. Debbie in turn blames everyone but herself for the irresponsible Frank having possession of her child, even yelling at Liam for giving Franny to Frank. Liam is a child and isn't responsible for her child. Debbie also regularly leaves Franny at home while she parties. Debbie regularly sets a bad example for Franny about how you're supposed to love other people and treat other people, and I think Neil is a perfect example of this. But she also turns on her family all the time, making them seem like they're the bad people when in reality she was the one that screwed up. And when Franny gets older, she'll realize that. At the end of the day, Franny deserves parental stability, and Debbie failed her, both by baby trapping Derek to begin with and choosing fun over her own child. I hope you all enjoyed this fictitious cancel, and if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And leave a comment on what fictional character, should be canceled next. Also, if you enjoyed this video, you could go check out some of my other videos. It would be highly appreciated, and please come back. Thank you guys. Peace.